What's going on, friends? Margot J here, and welcome back to Advisorist YouTube channel. In this video, I'm gonna tell you everything, literally everything, that you need to know to create your own at-home YouTube studio on the cheap. So, do you wanna know how to generate leads for financial advisors? Well, creating a YouTube channel is a great method. Now, first of all, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. If you're familiar with the channel, then you already know the deal, but if you're new, this channel is the hub for all things virtual advising. We have got it going on here with literally everything you need to know to be a great virtual advisor. So, financial advisors, insurance advisors, etc., this video is for you. So, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff here. Today, I am going to pull back the curtain and tell you tips that I wish somebody told me a long time ago on how to create a great YouTube channel. Specifically, what gear to use that would not drain my bank account, because it can get really expensive real quick. I mean, just because you are a virtual advisor and not in a brick and mortar office and are doing majority of your work from your home office, or I don't know, maybe in an Airbnb in Costa Rica? Anyone? No? Well, that does not mean that you are not going full steam ahead with your business. I mean, it's the reason that you need more visibility, right? I mean, so what? You desire a little flexibility. That's why I do what I do too. So, hey, by the way, where are you tuning in from? Hit me up in the comments. I wanna know where you're coming from, and let me know where your virtual office is today. Well, to leave an impact as a virtual advisor, you really need to have an online presence. I mean, duh, I'm sure you already know this. Duh. And one of the best ways to get out there is to create a YouTube channel and then cross-promote it on, your Facebook, your Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. Yes, TikTok, I know. All the social platforms. And to give you a little background on my experience, I have been in the world of YouTube now for more than 7 years, having produced, directed, and starred on one of the largest family YouTube channels. My videos under my creative direction have brought in over 500 million views, and it's still going up every day. So I may know a thing or two that can help you out, so perk your ears up and let's do it. In this video, we are specifically going to talk about my absolute favorite gear for creating YouTube videos for financial advisors and insurance agents on a budget in your home studio. All right, here are my 6 YouTube home studio must-haves. Number 1, get a cheaper camera with a great lens. Now, you may be thinking, doesn't the lens come with the camera? Well, some do, and most times the lens is like an introductory kit lens that doesn't really get too wide or too close, and you can't really get that nice sort of cinematic feel with it either with the blurred background. Now, if you don't want to drop $3,000 on a Canon EOS 5D Mark IV full frame digital SLR camera body, oh my gosh, yikes, then I have got the camera for you. This one that I'm using right now is the Canon M50 mirrorless camera with a decent starter lens, actually. This bad boy retails for a cool $699, and it is so reasonable. Now, I'm filming with it as we speak, and what I love about it is compact, it's lightweight, it's portable, it has the ability to film in 4K and even film in 60 frames per second. Now, what's the point of 60 frames per second? Well, if you ever want to slow down the footage in post-production, then you can do that without the video looking all like choppy and low quality. The best part and the number one reason that I bought this camera is 99 out of 100 times, I am the one filming myself. So lonely, I know.
Have you heard about the lonesome loser?
But it keeps my costs down, and that means that I don't have anyone on the other side of the camera right now that's able to pull focus while I move all over the place. This camera has amazing autofocus abilities, meaning that you can move around a ton and you likely will not get all blurry and stuff. Now, when I first got it, I was already familiar with Canon cameras, but it's super user-friendly, and there are literally a ton of YouTube videos on this camera that can show you everything you need to know. Now, as I said, the kit lens, as the pros call it, is a really decent lens for the M50, but I wanted that nice cinematic look when filming, and by the way, that nice blur effect is called bokeh, like bouquet of flowers, but spelt much cooler, and I thought that I would tell you that in case, trivia night comes up or you're watching Jeopardy, I don't know, you want to show off with your bokeh knowledge.
I am the smartest man alive!
Oftentimes, the best lenses are made for DSLR cameras. Now hold up, you might think, well, a Canon M50 is a mirrorless camera, not a DSLR, and has an EF-S lens, not a straight up EF lens. So you're correct, you're right. I'm gonna say you're right, but there's a way around it. And I know all of these letters like EF, EF-S, I know it's confusing, EOS. I'm trying to put this in like non-professional, normal human terms so it's more common sense, and let me know how I'm doing. Guess what? You can actually purchase an inexpensive lens adapter for the Canon M50 and then throw on the lens of your choice. So just make sure that you read the fine print, okay?
Oh, wait a minute, what's all that small print there at the bottom? Oh, if you have any problems, dial information. Thank you for calling.
You can get the Viltrox brand one for 36 bucks instead of the Canon brand one, which retails for $189. Now, I've had my cheap Viltrox one for over a year now, and I have zero complaints. It works perfect. All right, now lenses. So the first of my two favorite lenses is the Canon EF 50mm lens with an f-stop of 1.8 STM, and the STM means that the autofocus system is based on a stepper motor. So basically, if you're moving around and the focus changes, it's not going to make really loud noises and interfere with the audio. Otherwise, it goes like something like that. Maybe we'll find an actual sound to put in there. Oh, and speaking of audio, I have got the best mic for you. This one, which we'll get into. But let's not get sidetracked here, okay? Listen, little lady, we gotta get back on track. So the 50mm lens is a fixed lens and does not zoom.
It does not zoom.
You heard me. Okay, so when you get it and it doesn't zoom in and out, don't get mad at me. I told you. This means that you gotta lift up that tripod and then shift it around to change up your shot. But most times you're probably just shooting from one focal length and you're not gonna need to move the camera anyway. So it really gives the best blur and the best bang for your buck. Now, a little lesson for you, the lower the F number on the lens, the better the blur. So 1.8 is great, and the lens is like 100 bucks, which is really cheap compared to others, and it's so worth it. And just so you know, I am using that lens right now. So if I actually get closer to the camera, we're gonna lose my audio because my mic is set up, but I'll show you real quick. So if I get, how's that? It's a little bit close and the lighting's a little bit bright at this length, but look at how nice and blur the background is behind me, right? If I get even closer. I know, audio is weird. But I wanted to show you how you know, the background blurs, which I really like. All right, the next lens is this one right here. It is the Canon Ultrasonic 28 to 135mm lens. It's got, you know, stabilization, autofocus, manual focus options. Definitely a really cool lens. Now, what I really love about this lens right here is that you can actually get a pretty decent bokeh, but you also have the ability to what? Zoom in and zoom out. So you don't have to move the lighting, the camera, the tripod, all that stuff. You can just go brip, brip. So again, check that f-stop number and how low can you go?
How low can you go? How low can you go? How low can you go? How low?
The lower the better. For blurring. Or a bokeh. When was the last time I got a bokeh? My grandma, Mima, gave me one. What a good woman. Oh, I love her. Anyway, side note. Now this lens is an older lens, but it is online for various prices. I'm gonna put it in the video so you can get the updated price. Yeah, I love this lens. Oh, hang on a sec. Quick side note, can I tell you a secret? So if you are just starting out and you're on a budget, don't forget to look for these items online or on apps like OfferUp. I snagged so much stuff, you know, the case, the carrying case, 3 different lenses, the camera body, 3 different, that's the number 2, 3 different batteries, and it was like 350 bucks.
Wow.
I know. So don't forget to go on those websites and don't do anything sketchy. You know, vet the people, make sure that they're real. But once you do your vetting and meet in a public place, or you can get it shipped now, do that. Okay. All these side notes, I'm never gonna get through this video. Also, websites like B&H Photo and Video and Adorama also have some great certified used gear that works great, works good as new, looks great. I mean, they have like different tiers of, you know, how used it is, but definitely check those out. Yes, sure, it may have like a little dink on it, but such is life. I mean, we are all a little dinked up, but you know, we still worked fine, right? Plus, you know, if you drop your camera, you won't feel as bad, maybe? I don't know, I've dropped it before. My tripod once went and I about lost my heart and my lens broke, but another story for another day. Now I could tell you about some of the other cameras that I dig, but I'm definitely trying to keep this video concise, so let's go ahead and move on to the next tippity-doo-dah.